told y'all that Medicaid was going to be non-existent. Right now, Medicaid, it is hot outside. Right now, Medicaid is frozen in all 50 states until they decide what they're going to do with the big budget bill at 5 o'clock today. So if they don't come up with a conclusion of what they're going to do, guess what? It's still going to be frozen in all 50 states. I don't think that's just frozen for the immigrants, like some people like to say, but don't nobody want to listen to me, and they don't understand that this is going to affect more than people who. The Medicaid is only for the people who need it. No, it's also going to affect nursing homes. It's going to affect hospitals. Why? Because the less patients they have in there, which means they're going to lay off doctors and nurses and CNAs and LPNs, which means that those people are going to be laid off and jobless. I don't think that y'all are really understanding what the fuck is going on. Oh, and then like childcare, they talking about ending childcare. Do you not understand that it is basically the government against the citizens? I don't think y'all realize what's really going on. Y'all keep believing them people if y'all want to, but y'all better get prepared. And now we was always laughing at those immigrants trying to come over to the United States, but watch us be trying to go to their countries and go get medical help.
Hello guys and welcome back. How are you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. Let's jump into what is trending. That got people speaking out. And this is another speaking out moment because President Donald Trump MAGA bill was passed yesterday and he is going to sign into law today on July 4th. And a lot of people are coming out and said, do y'all really know what these lawmakers just did? Because they are telling us the good part, but they are not telling us the other part. But yeah, well, people took it to social media to tell us the other part that people are not, that the lawmakers most especially, that they are not telling the people. Credit to the creators that giving us the opportunity to add our comments. You know, you can add your comment as well down there in the comment section. Let's roll the tapes.
I live in the 80s. I want to live in the 80s. We got Ronald Reagan in office right now. We got the reincarnation of Ronald Reagan in office. We're about to get another version of Reaganomics. Picture this, right? It's the 1980s. You got a man in office who is not only unqualified, but his hatred of poor people is affecting his policies. Because he's in office, the economy has been the worst it's ever been in decades. Where am I going with this? What's going to happen is if the big, beautiful bill gets passed, there's going to be a new drug that's cheap, easy to make, easy to process, easy to sell. And then that's when they're going to start cracking down and criminalizing black and brown folks for selling it, even though they're the ones who put it in the black and brown communities in the first place. We're going to be seeing an uptick in crime because people are not going to be able to feed their families, and they're going to blame that on black and brown people. Again, they're going to ignore our issues continually until it starts affecting white people, which is probably when they start dying en masse, which is going to happen because of Medicaid, but they're still going to gaslight us by blaming it on something that is completely different. And those idiots who voted for this in the first place are going to fall for it. But I just need you to not fall for the propaganda and understand that this is part of the model. We are living in a 21st century version of Reaganomics, including a very underqualified idiot in office, along with his cohorts, who are just as insane, just as worse, and just as incompetent. And the only difference is people are going to get desperate. Do not fall for it. Do what you can to survive and keep your head above water. But just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout in the next coming year.
Today that the Senate passed Trump's mega bill, but do you know the companies who back this bill? And before I get into that tea, it is important to know that not only are programs like Medicaid and SNAP, which are food benefits and health benefits that impact poor people in the United States of America, will be gravely impacted, but it also provides more protections for police, expands surveillance, makes it easier to fire federal workers, will limit the power of independent regulatory bodies like the DOJ, the Department of Justice, and the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. So who are the companies that supported this bill because of the tax breaks? You can head over to whitehouse.gov and see all of the companies in alphabetical order. So let's name a few that you might be giving your money to, shall we? Starting with AT&T. Comcast. And for all my frequent flyers, y'all gonna love this one. Delta Airlines, United Airlines, UPS, T-Mobile, Verizon, Uber, just to name a few. Again, you can head over to whitehouse.gov and see all these companies and organizations that don't give a damn about your rights.
She's 59 years old and she lives in a nursing home. She became disabled after having me, and she's been on Social Security disability benefits since 1992. These benefits pay for her 20 different medications that she takes several times a day. It pays for her nursing care. It pays for the living expenses that she has there. And in April, she got a letter from Social Security stating they had reason to believe that she was no longer disabled and could re-enter the workforce. She's been eligible for disability for 34 years, but now she's capable of working. A resident of a nursing home. Tell me again how these Medicare and Social Security cuts aren't going to affect us.
Well, America, you did it again. The big, beautiful bill has passed. Congratulations. Half of you are going to be fucked now. I hope you're happy with yourself. But here's what I need. I need everyone that works in social services, whether you're taking the calls, completing the application, if you have contact with someone that is going to be losing their benefits, I need you to do me a favor. You need to say, I'm sorry, you're no longer eligible for benefits due to the Trump administration. Just like that. Just like that. They need to know and they need to hear how fucking stupid they are and they were and what they voted for. Because the majority of these people on these benefits, Republican, of course, all the red states, all the damn red states. It's not the immigrants like they always claim to be. It's them. Them. So, once again, you screwed yourself over. Congratulations.
People get ecstatic over Senate passing Trump's big, beautiful bill. Like, you guys are not about to get hit the hardest after the outcome of this bill. Like, 3 million people are about to be out of food assistance. Who do you think the majority of those 3 million people are? Quick guess. It ain't black folks. It's white people. Right? I think it says $900 million cut for Medicaid. Who's on Medicaid the most in this country? White people. Like 16 million people are about to lose health insurance. Why are we celebrating this? Because what? Because a couple of y'all work jobs where you don't have to pay taxes on tips? You think that's worth 16 million people losing health insurance? You know how many people about to pass away? You know how many people about to starve? I don't know if MAGA realized this, but most of you guys are broke. You guys are not in the 1% in this country. You guys are broke. Why did you vote for this? I'm confused.
So, I got a legitimate question, right? Why the fuck are we still paying taxes? Nah, I'm being so dead ass because with this new budget bill that just passed, they are cutting trillions out the budget in all the things that make our way of life somewhat palatable. All the different social safety nets that people depend on to get by is essentially being gutted in one way or another. Everything from Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP, WIC, the FDA, the EPA, FEMA. There's a reason why that tornado was over your head before you even knew about what was happening this past summer. It's because they've been gutting the agencies that would give you the early warning. Like, it's been happening all year, and this budget bill is going to take it to the next level. And we have to remember, they're still taxing us at the same fucking...
I don't know what it's going to take for people to wake up and realize what is going on around us. I'm a nurse practitioner at a federally qualified health center, meaning that my patients are people who would not typically be able to access the private healthcare sphere, i.e. people on Medicaid and Medicare. I have patients every day asking me what's going to happen to their healthcare.
Supporters, I hope y'all know what y'all did. We don't want to hear a damn thing when y'all realize y'all have lost everything. SNAP, Medicaid, Social Security, Veterans Assistance, FEMA. We don't want to hear y'all get on not one platform and say, oh my God, this is not what I voted for. You knew what you were getting. You knew you were getting the same exact thing you got in 2020. The only thing is, you're going to be dumb enough to sit up here and blame someone else for Trump's decisions and your vote. Because by the time this comes down the pipeline, it'll be 27-28. And Trumpy will be getting ready to get out of the office. And the next president will take his place. And that president will be responsible for everything this man has created right now in 2025. I don't want to hear your children don't have an education. They don't have food to eat at school. Free lunches are gone. Nobody wants to hear that there is no hospital in your goddamn town anymore. Because you voted for your hospital to be destroyed. Because you voted to eliminate everything. including Medicaid. And the reason you voted for all of this, because you only thought it was going to affect immigrants and people who were not white. Congratulations, you played yourself.
When we say election got consequences, this is another great example to that statement. November 5th, 2024 is going to be in the history book for a very long time. We will not be surprised if we see some professors in the universities add this to their course for students to learn about 2024 presidential election, because this is the product of that election. All these were in the Project 2025, but people were not paying attention. Even President Donald Trump as a candidate, he will remember he stayed away from it. He tried as much as possible to stay away from it. But now that he got the power, he ain't got to shy away from Project 2025 anymore. And people are taking it to social media to say, yes, this is what y'all voted for. Y'all ain't going to come out to say this ain't what y'all voted for. Even President Donald Trump will say, this is the reason he got reelected. What do you guys think? A lot of people are not going to feel it right now, but some says they might start feeling it. But I think the GOP have done the calculation that in their district, they might not start feeling it till after 2026 midterm election. We are going to see how this goes, but this is what's trending right now. How do you guys feel about this? Had your comment down there as usual. Please, let's respect ourselves while we do so. We'll see y'all in the next video. Bye for now.